Okay, so overall energy for Virgo is the Page of Fire. Yeah, so some of you are feeling restless. Some of you are feeling like, you have a lot of energy to burn, feeling impulsive, but you just don't know where to direct it. And I get that. Now that we're all home, social distancing, we're not able to go to work, we can't go to school, we can't go out, we can't really go anywhere. Groups of 10 or less than 10. It have to be home by 8, so forth and so forth. So I feel like there's just a lot of energy that just is pinging inside of you, and you just don't know where to direct it. This is a great time, Virgo, to find a hobby, learn something new, do something with your hands, like painting, sculpting, maybe doing home projects around the house, home improvement, gardening, things like that. So you've got to find your groove, and it's time for you to, kind of create a routine for you. Get up at the same time in the morning, have breakfast, maybe check out the news for a little bit, not consume it, but just sort of enough to be informed, check in with family, maybe do lunch, or maybe do like a morning fitness routine and then take a nap, but it's finding your groove. It's sort of like scheduling your day, because Virgos, you guys like routine, and you're very good at routine. So I feel like if you're able to really establish a regimen and give purpose to your day, because I feel like this is just misdirected energy. You have to have a purpose. So what's the point of your day? I think if you can identify that, this will settle down and clear up, and you'll feel more purposeful, more useful. You feel like, all right, I did something, again, this is unprecedented time. So I understand where, this misguided, misdirected energy is coming from. So let me go ahead and check in with your cards. I'm going to flip them over, but I'm going to do so silently. Okay, interesting. So central to your reading, and this is your energy, is you're being depicted as the Star in reverse. I'm getting, maybe you're losing hope, you're losing faith that things are going to turn around for you. Not really able to see the end in sight. But this card is coming to say, look, this is temporary, flow with the changes, and, work on releasing your anxiety and establishing that routine, establishing a budget, because I think that'll help you feel more in control of your entire situation and less antsy. And it'll help this turn upright to make you feel like, there's hope restored, a blessing coming in for you. Because all of this really is a blessing in disguise overall. This is about soul expansion, awakening the consciousness on a mass level. That's the whole purpose of this pandemic. Check out my weekly woke messages, because I do kind of go into that a bit more detail. So I'm not really going to hone in on that right now, but there's a reason for why all of this is happening. But it does have you feeling off kilter, off balance, like, oh my God, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to afford food? When is that stimulus check coming? Why isn't unemployment, hitting? What's going on with the state of wherever you live? Because it's happening everywhere. So just breathe, Virgos. Just breathe it out and know that new opportunities are on its way. This is the Fool card crossing you, and I do get the sense that, some of you are trying to be optimistic, trying to work through this new normal, this new feelings, this new energy. And some of you are like, okay, cool. This happened. I may have lost my job, and now I'm trying to figure something else out, Or maybe you're like, well, thank God, now this is a perfect time for me to work on myself, do some online classes, get my certifications, so I can move in a new direction when the economy opens up. This is a perfect time to really apply yourself right now, because all we have is nothing but time on our hands. And, Virgos, I know you guys really like to work on yourselves and improve yourselves, and you're very practical and, logical minded. And I do get the sense that you are, forward looking towards the future. And it's like, all right, where can I take that leap of faith? Where can I just take that leap of faith towards something new. This is like, some of you are considering a new adventure. Some of you are considering a new career path, a new direction in life. Lots of things. Oh God, for some reason, I just saw divorce flash. That's also happening, now that all of us are home with our spouses and our significant others, we're kind of required to be home. And I feel like this is opening up the truth about the connection that you're in. And it's like, okay, maybe we aren't right for one another. Maybe it's time for us to really go in a new direction. And it's time for us to consider parting ways. This isn't just about like work, but this is about life in general. This is about us healing the past and creating a new normal, a new future for us, however that resonates and whatever that means for you, right? But yeah, there are a lot of people who are realizing that, gosh, person I'm with is not who I'm supposed to be with. No, and a lot of things are now coming to light, right? Coming to light, and you're understanding, that decisions have to be made and shifts have to be made. And I think some of you are thinking about taking that leap of faith and maybe considering, where am I going to go stay? Can we sell our house right now? Can we do that? Well, yeah, you can. You can do all that. That hasn't stopped. It's just about it's about doing so under the guidelines, put forth by our health officials and state officials. But that might be something that one or some of you may be considering is, selling the house and moving on. All right. Foundational to your reading is a Hierophant in reverse. This is, sort of bucking the system of conventionality. This is moving away from conservatism and embracing a new way of thinking. This is also not necessarily changing religions, but sort of changing your philosophy. Maybe you subscribe to one school of thought for years, and now it's like, that doesn't jive with me anymore. It's time to fix that. And I feel like this is what's underlying all of this change, the Fool and the Star, right? It's this shift in consciousness is what's going on with you, like a big shift in consciousness. I feel like you're having like an aha moment right now, Virgo, and you're just like, all right, we've got changes to make. How am I going to do this? And I feel like you're going to start formulating a plan to do so. In your recent past, Six of Air, yep, it's right here. Moving on. And this could be changing jobs, changing houses, up-leveling your situation, but it's moving on in a deliberate way that's going to create expansion for you, that's going to up-level you. All right? So for those of you who are experiencing separation or discussing separating as a couple and putting the house on the market, this is the card that sparked it, and it was in your recent past. So this is something that, that's playing out right now. On your mind's eye, Two of Waters reversed. This is definitely an uncoupling of sorts. This is a breakup. Yeah, and this is coming into union with yourself, right? This is two of water here, Two of Cups in the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. Yeah, this is you're definitely thinking about separating and moving on and going it alone. All right. And in your near future, what's coming up for you is the Emperor. You're feeling empowered. You're feeling really good about this decision, and it's healthy. It's going to yield a lot of fruitful changes for you. I feel like you're going to regain your sense of self, and you're going to find a new purpose in your life. And I feel like you're really going to be standing in your truth once you're able to make the transition. Here we are. Wheel of Fortune. This is how you see yourself changing. This is divinely guided. This is going to happen. This is new karma, new luck. You're changing your fate. You're changing your destiny. You're going to allow that Wheel of Fortune to change to move you on to your next cycle, your next endeavor, so to speak. Yeah. And this has you excited because in your environment, it's the Two of Fire reversed. This is about you really looking within, doing some introspection, some soul searching, and really thinking about, what luck, what new fortune this Wheel of Fortune is going to bring, right? And you're sort of like putting into your wheelhouse what changes you'd like to see for yourself, What new goals are you going to focus on? What new energy are you going to put out there? How you're going to show up for others and how you want others to show up for you. So this is sort of like a big redesign for you, Virgos, okay? Hopes and fears, here we are, transformation, 13 card. This is the death card in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot deck, but this is all about transformation. It's a very transformational period for you, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to yield abundance and happiness. It's going to be the change that you've been desiring for a while, but just didn't have the time or the energy or the focus to really do it. And now that you have nothing but time, you know, the things that you've been putting off on the back burner, or just sort of been putting blinders up or explaining things away, you can't hide from that anymore. It's too much in your face. You're like, I got to do something about it. And the time is now, and you're going to. Yeah, because your overall outcome is 10 of Earth. So this is about you really getting into alignment with your self-worth. What's important to you? And it's about your independence, your financial security, redefining you as an individual, regaining your sense of self. This is aligning with the Emperor energy, really just sort of being like, all right, here I am. Here's my authentic truth. Here's my authentic voice. I've been masking that. I've been stifling that. Why? Because that's what was expected of me. And now, no more. Can't do that. I'm not going to lie. And you're really stepping up, you know, courageously as this emperor, being a leader of your life, really taking life by the reins and saying, all right, here's how it's going to go from now on for me. I have to reverse myself out of your life. Our time has ended together, and now it's time for me to move forward on a new path. All right, so that's what we have for you, Virgo. Wow, a lot of yang energy is coming out of your reading. A lot of masculine energy, very, very confident, very assured energy is coming out of your reading right now. All right, Virgo. So harness that, and yeah, let's see. So because we are talking about relationships, I'm going to pull from the Pure Love Oracle just to check in with masculines and feminines and see what's coming out of there. So I'm kind of changing up the order for you guys just because I'm flowing with the energy right now. After this, I'm going to pull from several oracle cards, you know, to get some more guided messages and see what else is coming out for you. All right. So let's start off with masculine. Hang on. Sorry, I live in the city and there's always stuff going on. So, okay. Masculine to his feminine would like to share to her, I wish you could be here right now because you have my heart. Okay. Interesting. And feminine would like to share to her masculine, I'm not available to connect right now, but I forgive you. Yeah. Oh my God. So I feel like what's going on, because there's a lot of yang energy here, and I feel like this is an uncoupling of sorts. I feel like the masculine is leaving a karmic relationship in search of his true love to go for the person, the one that got away. All right. And I think, you know, he's realizing, again, take it how it resonates. These, you know, the energy is interchangeable, but whomever is identifying with the masculine energy right now, you know, you're realizing that the situation that you're in, that relationship you're in, was not your forever person, and that you are realizing whom you're meant to be with. And it's this feminine. All right. And right now she's not available to connect, but she is forgiving you. Okay. And, yeah, this is interesting. So I feel like the masculine is definitely leaving a karmic situation and is choosing to go in search of his true happiness. All right. So comment below, Virgo. Let me know how that works out. Don't force anything. Don't try and rush. You know, you're going to have to give yourself space to heal from the situation that you're leaving before you jump into something new. And there still has to be a lot of healing between the two of you, because people have to be forgiven. Apologies need to be exchanged. This is not going to happen overnight. So flow with it, nurture the connection, nurture your healing as individuals and as a couple, okay? And allow time to bring you all together, all right? So just flow with it. Okay, so I'm going to pull from the Goddess of the Moon. I'm also going to pull from the Sacred Rebels deck. And then I'm going to pull from Sacred Earth. Yeah, and then we will check in with Nature's Whispers and conclude with an angel message. Oh, yes, pretty. Okay, so first off from your Goddess of the Moon oracle is blossoming. Yeah, Virgo, I really do get the sense that you are blossoming into your authentic self, that you are finding your voice, you're finding your truth, you're going in search and pursuit of real happiness, right? I mean, look at all this green. I love that because that's just heart chakra energy, healing the heart space, and I feel like that you're really doing that. And for those of you who are really pursuing that person, it's about healing yourself and healing the connection with them. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place, so don't rush it. But I do feel like you are blossoming into a new level of life. And we're seeing that with the Wheel of Fortune. It's divinely guided. So just flow with it, enjoy it, appreciate it, and just, go with it. So your Sacred Rebel card is the perfection of your life coming in reversed. And I feel like this is you really working on your definition of perfection, that you are taking matters into your own hands and you're like, all right, we had a great run, in this relationship, but we had its problems and we knew it was on the outs for a long time. And now it's time to take the blinders off and, part ways, because there's bigger and better out there for the both of us. And we both are entitled to be happy. But we just can't be happy together. It's time to be happy apart. And I feel like for you, Virgo, that you're definitely going within. It's like, all right, I now have an opportunity to really create perfection in my life. What do I want? Who do I want in it? What opportunities am I going to pursue? Right? Yeah. And for your Sacred Earth Oracle, ready but waiting. I feel like this is opportunity, ready but waiting. And I get the sense that this could be you too, that you've been ready to leave this, ready but waiting, but you were just sort of like waiting for the time, when could you leave? When was going to be the right time to end this karmic situation? I feel like it was just, you've been meaning to do it for a long time. You were just waiting for the right time to do it. And now, with this pandemic, it's like, got nothing but time. And, now that you are together, 24/7, just things were highlighted and it's like, okay, can't do this anymore. You've been ready to leave, but just waiting for the opportune time. And now you're blossoming and you're going in pursuit of your truth and your true happiness. All right, so let's see what Nature's Whispers has to offer. And then we'll pull your last card from Angel Messages. Ooh, yes, infinite blessings. Infinite blessings are on the horizon for you. Just follow your truth, follow your path, follow your heart. I mean, look at that card. How gorgeous is that? It's a 17, which reduces to 8, all about transformation. It's a very transformative time period in your life right now, Virgo. Good stuff. Very, very good stuff. And Francesca is coming in for your message. The question is, what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. That's good. That's really good. And I feel like these are the questions that have been on your mind, and that, This is about perfecting your life, you know, right here. What does perfection mean to you? What's happiness? Visualize it, you know. What do you desire? Yeah, but negativity will block your progress. So